Alright, I'm going to be honest, I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to VR. I love VR, and I think there's no doubt VR is always better with a PC. And for a long time, I completely wrote off the Quest 2 for that exact reason. Not that I'm an Index stan or anything, but I've been rocking the Index since basically the beginning of my VR journey, and I'm gonna admit, it's kind of spoiled me. But I knew eventually, sooner or later, I would have to dip my toes into the shallow end of the pool for a change, and give the Quest 2 a try. And I mean, for $250, yes, I bought the refurbished version, don't judge me, I'm poor, you really can't go wrong. So here we go. My thoughts, opinions, and first impressions on the Quest 2 from the mind of a smooth-brained PCVR snob.
Wish you could play VR without having to take your glasses off?
Who are you? And how did you get in my house?
You should try VR Rock prescription lenses.
Okay, this is really weird. What's going on?
VR Rock makes them to your prescription, and they fit right over your headset's lenses comfortably. They're affordable too, and if you click on the referral link in the description and use discount code GRAMSY, you'll get 5% off your purchase.
The description. What are you talking about? How did you get in here?
I mean, you left the front door unlocked.
I'm calling the police.
Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. I'm gonna leave now, bye!
Now, I've actually had the Quest 2 for about 2 weeks now, so I've really had plenty of time to put it through its paces and dole out some proper punishment to it to see just what exactly this headset is all about, and examine my favorite parts about it and my least favorite parts about it. So let's start with what I absolutely love about the Quest 2. Everything, go buy it, video's over. In all seriousness, by far the best part about buying a bootleg Quest 2 is the price. Holy like, just think about this for a minute. For $250, you get a fully capable VR headset with a decent FOV, a decent resolution, standalone or PCVR capabilities, pass-through mixed reality, hand tracking, room scale tracking, 60OF, by far VR's largest library of games, and not completely terrible battery life out of the box. Whew. That was a doozy. Okay, so for under $300, you get all that, which pound for pound is without a doubt not only the best deal available in VR right now, but also, in my opinion, just the best bang for your buck in VR. This headset literally has something to offer to almost everyone. Whether you're just trying to get some work done, watch movies, or play games, whether standalone or PCVR, it's remarkable just how robust this headset actually is for its price point. Now, it's important to note that the version I got may not be the one that everyone else wants to get, so it's important to consider that and how that's going to affect the price for you a bit. So I got a refurbished unit from Meta, which is effectively a new headset that had a malfunction of some kind or was inoperable at some point, and Meta took it back as a return, repaired it, and then decided to sell it for a lower price. The normal 128GB version of the Quest 2 brand new will run you $300 even. For doubled hard drive space to 256GB, it will cost you an extra $100, putting your purchase at $400. Honestly, for most people, it feels like there's no need for the extra hard drive space. They most likely either won't own enough games on it for it to matter, or already have plenty of games on their Steam VR library if they're using it for PC VR. But if you're someone who travels a lot and wants VR on the go without having to lug a laptop or PC with you, or just enjoy downloading and watching lots of movies, definitely spring for the extra space. But for the most part, I feel like most VR lovers just won't need the extra space, but ultimately that's up to you to decide what do you need out of your Quest 2 headset. So the next largest part of why I love the Quest 2 is arguably, in my opinion, the most liberating and freeing reason to buy a Quest 2 or just any standalone headset for that matter, and that is the standalone aspect to it. Wireless is so liberating. I cannot express or overstate enough just how amazing it is to not be restricted at all by cords or that ever so slight pressure at the back of your head from your cable tugging on your headset. While there's no doubt it is possible to become very immersed in VR even with a tethered headset, with some clever pulley system routing, it still just doesn't quite compare to how free you feel with a completely wireless headset on. You're not restricted by anything, I mean, except for battery life, but there are tons of accessories out there you can invest in to extend that. You don't have to worry about untangling anything, you don't have to worry about accidentally snagging your cord. It really is a whole new world, and I can already hear the PCVR nerds shouting in outrage, "Where is my wireless PCVR?" And yeah, take a deep breath, because Airlink has you covered. You download the Oculus app onto your computer, then simply pair the two devices together with your Wi-Fi connection, and it lets you stream PCVR games seamlessly right to your Quest 2. There's even a cable option if you just swear by tethered gameplay. It does have its advantages though. You do lose a little bit of quality through both options, but the cable has the added benefit of zero latency, whereas with Airlink, you may notice some minor lag or visual latency during gameplay. But from what I experienced, it didn't really mess me up unless I was playing a rhythm game like Beat Saber or something. Okay, so we talked about the things I really love about this headset. Before we get into the nitty-gritty on what you can expect to most likely hate, or at the very least tolerate about it, what exactly are the specifications on this puppy, and what are its capabilities? Now, thanks to some meta engineers at Display Week 2022, we know all the intimate details about the Quest 2's LCD lenses, but I'm assuming you want this video to finish before your body turns to ash and dust. So we're going to skip over the nerdy sciencey stuff for the smarty pants wrinkle brains and skip straight to the juicy meaty stuff that everyone really wants to hear which is a singular fast switch LCD panel capable of pushing 1832 by 1920 per eye resolution and up to 120 hertz. Man, that was juicy. That was a thick, epic voiceover. Anyway, so yeah, it's got pretty solid resolution. It can run up to 120 hertz, but it's important to note that'll basically only happen if you use PCVR and have a really powerful gaming PC. Otherwise, in standalone, you're most likely sitting somewhere between 72 to 90 hertz 99% of the time, which you can adjust manually in your Oculus app. But still, for $300, not bad, kid. Not bad. Now, it has roughly a 90-degree FOV, which isn't bad, but it's not mind-blowing or anything. Still, again, $300, man. It's hard to complain about mediocre options with a price that low. The lenses have a physical IPD or interpupillary distance adjustment, which is manually adjusted by just gripping and ripping your lenses. Now, I personally don't like this because it's just an irritating way to move it, and you always get finger cheese on your lenses, but it is what it is. Now, the Quest 2 relies on a Snapdragon XR2, Qualcomm's flagship chip, and notoriously one of the cheapest and most powerful VR chips available right now. And combined with the Quest's signature foveated rendering, the headset is surprisingly capable in standalone. Paired with 6 gigs of RAM, you basically have a mini computer toaster thing strapped to your face. Okay, on to the less than satisfactory parts about the headset. If you're a Quest 2 stan, you might want to jump ship here, because things are about to get brutal. There's no easy way to say this, and I'm not going to beat around the bush about it either. Basically, every other aspect of the Quest 2 sucks really bad. There's some meh parts, but mostly I just hate everything else about it. The audio is mediocre at best, the weight balancing is terrible, the facial insert is itchy, the strap, oh my sweet Palmer lucky, the strap is an abomination, the likes of which Mark Zuckerberg should be dunked in water for. Get it? Because he's a robot? Anyway, okay, let's just start from the top. The audio is actually surprisingly not that bad. It isn't great. It really isn't even good, honestly, but it definitely isn't terrible. Considering it doesn't actually have any real speakers or way to isolate noise to your ears, it does an adequate job of delivering the noise to your ear holes. As an audiophile, it makes me want to die on the inside, but from the perspective of your average enthusiast, it's probably negligible. Despite the overall weight of the Quest 2 being just over 500 grams, it feels awful to wear. The index is 300 grams heavier, and that honestly is by far more comfortable to wear, and the secret lies in weight distribution. Much like a car, it handles better if the weight is distributed more evenly throughout the headset. That makes it more comfortable to wear, it enhances the experience of wearing it, and it makes VR way more immersive because you forget that the headset is there. So in the Quest 2, all 500 grams of its weight is all just plopped unsatisfyingly right on the front of your noggin, resulting in me getting a bit of a headache the first time I used it. And this is a problem that is only further exacerbated by what is notoriously one of the Quest 2's biggest problems, if not its main problem: the head strap. It cannot be understated just how dreadful the stock Quest 2 head strap actually is, and the things I would do to the ergonomic engineer that designed it. I'm not even an engineer, and I swear I could design a way more comfortable head strap out of cardboard, duct tape, and maybe some hopes and dreams. Literally, a monkey could have thought of a better design in the time it took for it to eat a banana and shit it back out. Have I made my point absolutely clear now? Seriously, the head strap is abominable. It's uncomfortable, it's not easy to adjust, it loosens on its own, description. I mean, I could just continue going on and on about it, but it feels like I'm flogging a dead horse at this point. So you get what I'm saying by now. So the facial insert, while not completely dreadful, is definitely not the first material I would have picked for it. It has this really weird, cheap felt covering it, which is comfortable for about exactly 10 minutes. And then the second it absorbs any skin oil or sweat, it decides to just power up some magical itching powder and smack you in the face with it. And it wasn't like I had an allergic reaction or anything, it was just persistently mildly uncomfortable. Definitely would recommend upgrading to something more ergonomic in the future. But that's just the thing. All of these problems are solvable. Heck, you could even probably make your own head strap if you're a resourceful person, but there's a million head straps available on the cheap online that are way higher quality, more ergonomic, and some even come with battery packs for added battery life. And yeah, you can get facial inserts too, and look, there's even audio upgrades if you just hate the way the speakers sound on the Quest 2. All of these problems are solvable with a little bit of extra money or time, so it's not all bad. And I'll just default to the headset only costs $300, so it honestly makes these problems seem so much farther away than if I had spent $500 or more on it. Overall, despite its large and obviously glaring problems, the Quest 2 proves time and time again that without a doubt, it is not only the cheapest, but the most robust headset available right now from a purely technological standpoint. While its issues are large, they're solvable, and considering the insanely affordable price point it sits at, it still makes it a steal. And with deals like $250 for a bootleg version, there's never been a better time to get into VR. And that's it. That's all the time we have today, ladies and gents. If you're still watching, I appreciate you more than you will ever know. Remember to like this video if you thought it was informative, subscribe if you would like to see more of this type of content next week, and hit that notification bell if you just cannot stand missing out on this oh so sweet VR content. I love each and every one of you beautiful father muckers. Until next time, Grimsy out.